So like a while ago, sometime in 2024, Nickelodeon came out with the Thundermans movie. And believe me when I tell you that it was horrendous.
Looks like Dark Mayhem Jr. forgot his cape and mask.
I don't do capes, Dad. And this ocular blaster's lit. Listen up, Boomer. You had your chance, and you blew it.
Nepo baby.
Yeah. It was a sequel movie to a series that ended 6 years before, but like it was literally just an extended episode of the series where everyone still acts like they're 10 years old even though they're pushing 30. And so right first thing 2025, Nickelodeon has inconvenienced us once again, this time with the Henry Danger movie. The series ended in 2020 with Kid Danger, aka Henry, getting real gosh darn superpowers where now he can like make force fields and stuff, and he saves Swellview with a giant explosion, which makes everyone think that he's dead. This is all detailed right at the beginning of the movie. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN is an app and browser extension that lets you change your IP address to be pretty much anywhere in the world you want. Now what this means for you is it protects you from websites and other users trying to snoop on what you're doing and from where. Maybe your country has some like weird strict content censoring laws, or you just don't want people to potentially hack your accounts. Well, Surfshark VPN can help you with all of that, but it also has a lot of very practical day-to-day uses like allowing you to watch the Netflix libraries from almost any country. Fun fact, Slovakia has by far the highest number of movies and TV shows you can watch, with over 7,400 titles compared to 5,800 in the US. And all you gotta do is just install Surfshark VPN and tell it to put your IP address in Slovakia, and there you go. You have access to an extra 1,600 titles. Or Japan and Taiwan have the biggest anime libraries on Netflix, so using Surfshark VPN, you can have access to all of that. Or in the reverse, if you're traveling away from your country, you wanna stay up to date on a certain show you're watching or whatever, you can use Surfshark VPN to put your IP address in your home country, and then wham bam bam bow, there you go. It's quick and easy to sign up and install, and only costs $2.49 per month with a 2-year subscription. And so it barely costs you anything, really, and gives you access to all of this. And get this, you can use a single subscription on an unlimited number of devices. So let's say you and 4 other family members, y'all want to pitch in on one subscription. That means you get all of this for 50 cents a month. So click my link down below. You're gonna get 4 extra months added to your subscription. So click my link and sign up today. Okay, back to the show.
Luckily, a radioactive cannon blew up in his face. He found he could generate a protective force field whenever he wanted. Yeah, everyone thought Kid Danger died, and Henry let them.
And so now here we are 5 years later with Henry and Jasper being a superhero team defending the city of dystopia from crime.
Night-night.
Bienvenidos a Dystopia, amigos.
Oh yeah, also, so Jasper can only fight crime when he's asleep, and also only in Spanish, because he learned how to fight crime by listening to a Spanish crime-fighting audiobook while he was asleep. Obviously, duh. Which, you know, as silly as that is, like, it's still way better than what happened to me when I fell asleep listening to Taken by the T-Rex. The heck is lame before time rule 34? Alex, why can't you just be normal? This is who I am, Mom! Anyway, so the big supervillain that Henry and Jasper are fighting against is some dude named Blackout. And Blackout's whole thing is that he wants to steal the plutonium from the most ironclad, highest-grade defense truck you've ever seen. It's just right there, guys. What are we doing?
There's the city's fuel roads that Blackout wants to steal.
Trust, my dude, I don't think you need this special X-ray camera. Like, it's just sitting right there. Anyway, so Blackout shows up to steal the plutonium, and Henry has to use his fancy new force field / super strength powers, to just like throw him through a window. And then he just walks away. Oh yes, my work here is done. This is like in Sailor Moon when Tuxedo Mask would show up in the middle of a fight, and then this dude didn't do frickin' nothing. Believe in yourself or something, I don't know, whatever. I got like a rash I gotta take care of, so bye. Anyway, so in the middle of fighting this guy, Henry and Jasper start having a little conversation about something that's been boiling up between the two of them for years.
It's not like I do half the work and you get all the credit.
What, do you want a gold star?
I'll see you at home.
Yeah, I'm moving out. Yeah, I want my own place.
Man, times must be real good for you two. Living in a major metropolis like this, and you just move out and not have roommates? Did you guys win some scratch-offs or something? But then Blackout shows up once again because somehow lightly tossing him through a single pane window didn't do the trick, and he catches Henry by surprise.
and walk alone.
Set you up.
You look a lot older in person.
Okay, so now for this all to make sense, we gotta go back in time a little bit. While this was all happening, all the way back kind of close to Swellview, there's a town called Newtown. And in this town, there's a girl named Missy.
And that kid became Danger. This is not that kid. Also, not that boy.
So Missy is like a huge fan of Kid Danger, okay? And as 12-year-olds do, she broke into a super secret government facility and stole the reality-altering device. I mean, when I was 12, I was too busy discovering the wonders of the internet, you know what I'm saying? But hey, follow your dreams, kids. And so, like I said earlier, everyone thinks that Kid Danger is dead, but Missy's been trying to bring him back for years now. And so now here he is, just in her bedroom, dressed back up in his Kid Danger uniform of all things.
I brought you here so that we could fight crime together. And bro, there is so much crime in Newtown.
Yeah, Henry, there's so much crime in this town, you have no idea. People returning library books 4 days overdue, standing in line at the amusement park, and suddenly 8 people cut ahead of you because allegedly their 4th cousin is saving them a spot up front. I'm telling you right now, if more than 3 people cut ahead of me in line, I should be legally obligated to murder one of them. The cashiers at hipster coffee shops telling you that their tablet's gonna ask me a quick question. I know it's about the tip, okay? You can't fool me. You think I never bought something before? The heck is this movie even about? Oh yeah, so like, okay, Missy also knows that Kid Danger is Henry. Somehow she figured this out.
Fighting crime in dystopia.
No way, dystopia? That's amazing! Oh my gosh, are Jasper and Charlotte there too?
How do you know about Jasper and Charlotte? What? How do you know that?
Your eye mask covered less than a pair of sunglasses. I'm honestly shocked nobody else figured it out.
It's like it's not even that funny, but it kind of is, you know? I gotta say, I do really appreciate how this movie walks the self-aware, tongue-in-cheek line pretty well. Like, it never quite gets to be too much, but like, just enough that everyone's in on the joke. And like, clearly they're aware that the audience is older now, along with the characters, and they play into that pretty well. Anyway, so while they're talking about all this, something a little weird happens.
I mean, it's whatever. If you want to go back, I'll send you back.
I'd like that, thank you.
Help, I'm being cried.
Weird. That guy looks exactly like Coach Craig. He's a character from one of my fan fictions.
Okay, so like this is the plot of the movie. Missy steals the reality-altering device and uses it to bring Henry back from the dead, or so she thinks. What actually happens is it transports her and Henry into her book of Kid Danger fanfics full of all the characters that she's invented ever since she was a kid.
Just some roided out gym teacher. Probably won't even have to use my superpower. Oh!
Still don't want me to help?
Nope, just need my superpower.
Okay, hear me out on this, but I think we're in one of my fan fictions.
Yeah, you know, it's a good thing Missy's like 12 in this movie and not like 15, you know, because like I've read some of y'all's fanfics on Wattpad, okay? Your girl's got some problems. Henry shows up and he's like, Jasper and I do what in this story? But now, while they're trying to fight the evil gym teacher guy, we also find out that in this world, Henry's sister is an evil vampire.
Okay, so maybe next time I could distract him and you can lower the room.
No. I want to go home. Is that my sister?
And so they have to fight her off and try to escape back to reality. However, she steals this crystal thing that powers the device, which means they can never escape Missy's fanfics ever again, maybe.
Okay, it says story mode locked. What does story mode locked mean?
It could mean anything.
Could it possibly mean that it's locked in story mode?
Oh no, now they're stuck in Missy's fanfic universe. Okay, so Henry and Jasper are ex-lovers who end up being college roommates by happenstance. Jasper is now dating Henry's sister, and Henry's sister also gets into college because she slept with the dean, but it wasn't the dean, it was actually the dean's twin brother, who's always been jealous of his brother's success and is currently plotting to take his place with the help of Shrek and the giant nose from Double Dare. But the giant nose also falls in love with Henry, who gets it pregnant, and Henry doesn't want to keep it, but the giant nose doesn't want Henry to have an excuse to never talk to it again. And like, it doesn't need child support, okay, because its parents are Mal and Ben from Descendants, but it sure would be nice to see Henry every once in a while, even if the love they shared will never quite be like it once was.
I got something to tell ya.
Ah yes, Frankie Grande, the brother that Ariana Grande just absolutely refuses to acknowledge the existence of.
I got you.
What?
Frankini!
No, I'm good.
Frankini teeny.
My brother needs some gas in his goose.
Clearly.
Can we get a table, some tacos, and a slow jam?
I think I'm gonna go.
say no to that beautiful face?
You know, slight tangent here, but Frankie in this movie kind of looks like my cancer-stricken ferret. Anyway, so in this universe, Henry is the sidekick to Jasper, aka Captain Stash.
If you want to get this party started, you simply mustache.
You made me sidekick to Jasper.
I flipped the script and I wrote a story where you're the sidekick and your best friend is the hero.
And so this kind of puts things in perspective where Henry definitely thinks that he's above Jasper, right? Which is why they were arguing back at the beginning of the movie. And the thought of being Jasper's sidekick, like, you kidding me right now? Also, everyone realizes that they don't actually exist.
Out of all your universes, that thing had to send us here?
What does he mean, your universes?
I kind of wrote these stories where Henry and I fight crime together.
We're just figments of this girl's imagination?
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high.
Anyway, so after finding this world's version of Schwoz, they realize that the crystal is missing, and the only place it could be is back with Henry's vampire sister in the other universe. So, guess where they're going? But not before Henry turns into this universe's version of his superhero alter ego.
Do you hate me? Is that what it is?
No, you're Lord Lolly.
Lord what? Anyway, so they jump from world to world. There's like a cartoon world. There's a world that's like The Last of Us, except it's about defending the remnants of humanity from Canadian Mounties trying to steal the last batch of maple syrup.
Are any of your fan fictions not totally weird?
Yeah, I'm gonna show this guy right here,
Nope.
Shut your syrupy mouth now!
Incoming! We're very sorry about that.
Yeah, we're very sorry, eh? Yeah, right out. We apologize for our youth.
The heck is going on over at Nickelodeon Studios, you know what I'm saying? Now, in all these realities, Henry keeps interacting with different versions of Jasper, and he realizes that he and Jasper are only growing apart because Henry himself thinks that he's too good for Jasper now. Like, when they were kids, it was all fine, you know? But like, now that they're grown up, it takes a lot more work to stay friends, and Henry's been getting a little complacent with all that.
So, in this other world, there's probably a pretty good reason why we're not friends anymore, right? Like, I probably did something terrible, right?
I kind of just got busy.
And so after defeating the evil Canadians, they teleport a few more times and finally make it back to the vampire sister universe thing place.
Because one time I wrote a story where Kid Danger and I fight sharks in the Arctic Ocean. I wrote another about an awful place called the Gray Zone. You'd hate it.
Honey, I was born in...
No, she said the gray zone.
Oh.
Like, it's like not even, like it kind of is, you know what I'm saying? Now, long story short, they fight Henry's vampire sister, who turns Frankini into Fangtini. Hilarious. And Missy ends up sacrificing herself to get the crystal back before turning into a vampire herself. And finally, Schwoz fixes the machine with the crystal, pushes the full reset button, and sends everyone back where they belong like nothing ever happened. And so now, after all this, Henry has realized that he took his friendship with Jasper for granted, and he needs to be a better friend because adult friendships are basically impossible, you know? Like when you're a kid in school or whatever, everyone's around the same age, you all have the same like classes or whatever, so finding things to do and talk about is very easy. But then you hit your 20s, you go into your 30s, and suddenly people are getting married, they have kids, everyone's career's in a different place, you have your life routine already set and you don't really want to change it because, you know, you like how things are, right? Almost none of it is what you wanted or expected, but it's still yours and you've learned to accept your life for what it is, and the thought of changing all that just to have a boring, pointless conversation with someone over coffee that you have to pay 140% tip for, you know, it's just not really appealing anymore.
You're a good friend. And, I didn't see it. But I see it now.
What's going on?
I gotta leave dystopia, man. It's not the place for me. And I can do that now. Because you're here.
And so in the end, Henry decides to move to Newtown and form a new superhero team with Missy as the sidekick. Jasper is left to defend dystopia because now he's a full-fledged crime-fighting Spanish superhero. And so yeah, now Henry and Missy are just out there fighting crime dudes doing crime stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Captain Man.
I
need your help.
Oh, Captain Man is back! And that's where the movie ends. Like I said earlier, the movie ages up the characters and scenario pretty well. Like, the Thundermans movie was dumb because they kept it as cringy as the original show, so like, even though the fans are many years older now, it felt like it was still made for 10-year-olds. Like, who is this for exactly? But the Henry Danger movie, it's about like adult friendships, it's about life changing as you get older. Henry is older and more jaded now. Jasper's matured a lot, but he's not really sure what his place is in this scary new adult world, you know? I went into this with less than 0 expectations, okay? And I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like I'm not saying it's some kind of modern day masterpiece or whatever, okay? But like, this movie is not at all what I expected. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.